Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to write equations of lines in slope-intercept form given different things. So here we have our slope, which is 2. We have our y-intercept, which is 10. And the reason I'm writing it like this is to let you know that now that you have that, you just plug it into our equation in slope-intercept form. So y is equal to your m is 2, x plus b, which is 10. And that's it. We are finished. This is our equation in slope-intercept form. Okay, so now that we've done one example, you could do the next one without having to label your slope and y-intercept. So your equation is y equals negative 1/2 x plus negative 5 is just minus 5. Okay, that's it. Now we're going to continue we're going to continue writing equations in slope-intercept form, but this time you're not going to be given your y-intercept. Okay, so let's see what we do have. We have our slope, which is negative 3. We have our x-intercept, and which means we actually have a point. Okay, so an x-intercept, if you have a line, and I'll draw it here. So this is our coordinate plane. So our y-intercept was always crosses the y-axis. It was a point here or anywhere on the y-axis. And it's always a coordinate with your x being 0 and your y being something else. And if you have an x-intercept, well, you're going to have a point somewhere on your x-axis, but this time you're going to have a number as your x and a 0 as your y. So when you have an x-intercept of negative 3, you really have a point negative 3, 0. So we have our m, we have an x and y coordinate. Now plug everything in to find what you're missing using algebra, and then plug everything into slope-intercept form afterwards. So in order to write an equation in slope-intercept form, you need your slope and you need your y-intercept. Unfortunately here we don't have a y-intercept, but like I said, we do have an x-intercept, which is a point. It's negative 3, 0. Plug in everything into the y equals mx plus b form. So your y is 0. Here it is. 0 is equal to m is negative 3. X is negative 3 plus b. Let's simplify this. So 0 is equal to negative 3 times negative 3 is a positive 9 plus b. Now we're going to solve for b. We're going to subtract 9 from both sides. That zeroes that out, so b is equal to 0 minus 9 is negative 9. Now we have our b. Now that you have your slope and your y-intercept, now you can write your equation in slope-intercept form. So your answer is y is equal to negative 3x minus 9. Okay, where did I get negative 3 and minus 9, or negative 9? From here. Where did I get my slope? It was given. Where did I get my b? I solved for it because I didn't have it. Okay, let's do another example. Go ahead and make some room. Okay, just using my eraser here. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we have our slope. We have our m, that's 1. We don't have our b. So we're going to have to do the same thing. We're going to have to solve for b. We do have an x and y coordinate. So plug everything into y equals mx plus b, and then we're going to solve for b. So we have our x and our y right there. Plug everything in. So 5 is equal to 1 times 2 plus b. Simplify this. 5 is equal to 2 plus b. We know that b is 3 already just by doing our mathematics in our head, but let's go ahead and do our steps to practice solving equations. So b is equal to 5 minus 2 is 3. So now we have our b. We have our slope, we have our y-intercept. Go ahead and write your equation in slope-intercept form, which is y equals 1x, or just x. You don't have to write 1x, plus 3. And we are finished. This is this is writing equations in slope-intercept form. Hope this has helped. Good luck with your studies and see you next time. Bye-bye.